What up guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. This time we're gonna do Pokemon games. So it's basically every generation of Pokemon and every remake of every game for the generation that's released. And I'm gonna put them in normal tier modes, like S being the best and D being the worst. And we'll see how it goes, because I'm a little different in opinion on all these games. And as you know, I don't want to call myself a Gen 1er, but I really love Gen 1 since that's where I started. But I also love all the other games. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. But so we're gonna jump into this and we're gonna see if, because I don't even know, I haven't done this ahead of time. I will go through the games as they are in order, and we'll see how my tier list will be in the end. So let's get into this. We'll start up and seeing, this is just my preference of how much I enjoy the game, how much I enjoy to play through the game, and how much replayability, I think that's a word, I'm not sure, I hope it is, that the game has, or how much I actually went back to the game and continue playing. So let's start up. We have Alpha Sapphire, and Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby is basically the same game. So I'm actually gonna rank them together, and I kind of like the remakes of Hoenn, so I'm gonna put them in A, both of them. So I really like those games, they're really awesome. The only thing for me with Hoenn, it's too much water. So maybe I should put them in B. I'm not sure, I'll see if I'll change them as we go on, and I'll swap places on some games. But that's the only complaint I have. I think they're good Pokemon, and the Mega Evolution system is in there, so I kind of like them. Plus the DS and the new graphics and everything that came with the generation. That's pretty nice, especially if the first play you had was Red and Blue, and those graphics aren't good. No, they're not. Next up we have Black 2, White 2, and I'm actually gonna put these in. I'm actually doing a series of that right now, and I'm actually gonna put it in A. Because I feel like there's the main reason that bugs me, that early gyms are really close to each other. It's like you get gym badge after gym badge after gym badge after gym badge. So that's the only thing. Between all the other games, there's usually a bit of traveling before you get to the next stop. But the story is more developed in Black 2, White 2. I believe, at least. So that's why I'm putting them a little bit higher for now. Then we have the original Black and White games. Those I'm gonna put in C. I'm not a huge Gen 5 fan, but Black 2 and White 2 was a lot better than Black and White, in my opinion. I know we might have difference in opinions, and you might love Black and White, but I'm not that sold on it. Alright, let's go to the next one. Don't hate me for putting things lower than you think. I still love Pokemon. I would play every game over and over again, just because I think they're all fun. But this is just my preference of which game I think is better. Then we have Red and Blue, and yes, you know I'm biased to Red and Blue because I love them, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna only put them in B. And that's because if you put them side by side, in comparison to all the other games, this is mostly just out of nostalgia I put them up there. Because they were my first game, I loved them all, and I actually also put Yellow in there, since it's basically the same game, except you get a Pikachu and you can get all the starters. But in terms of graphics, in terms of the actual gameplay and everything, It's very clunky. It's the first game. Of course, it's gonna be. They didn't get everything right on the first try. So, but it's hitting my nostalgia nerve. So that's why it's so high up. That's what brought me into Pokemon, and Pokemon. That's why I still love the series. So they're in B. So that's. I'm not gonna move them. They're gonna be in there. Then we have Crystal. So I'll put Crystal, Silver. We're actually gonna do this. I'll put Crystal actually. I don't know if I want to put it in A or B. I really love Gen 2. Gen 2 is also a really awesome game. No, you know what? We'll put it in A, because I want to put Silver. Silver was my second game. Okay, it's also nostalgia, because it's been so long, and my cousin, he had gold, I had silver, and we used to play a lot of these games. So also nostalgia, and I think Johto actually was a pretty good setup, and especially that you could go back to Kanto and everything in Crystal. I think it was great. I don't know if you could in Silver and Gold, but I know in Crystal you could go back to Kanto, and that was a big factor because it was such a much bigger game because of it. So I really enjoyed it, so that's why Crystal is higher than Red and Blue and Yellow. I got Crystal pretty late. I had already had Silver like 2.5, 3 years before I got Crystal, but it's a really good game, and I really enjoy it. So, let's see here. I don't think I will. Yes, probably I will. Let's see here. Then we have Diamond and Pearl. And I really like both of those games. But I think they'll go in B. Just because I think Platinum is a super good game. I played it twice now, and I'm ready to actually jump in and play it again, because I think the game is really well done. It's awesome music, the story is okay, and Giratina is such an awesome Pokemon, and the storage world is really fun, and I want to get better at the game. Better at what do you say? Find my way through the game. So if I ever want to do a versus video, a series or something like that, I could actually do it because I know where all the stuff is. Instead of me like having to watch things up or something like that, because I had never played Generation 4 or 5 when I started playing Sun and Moon. And then after I bought Sun and Moon, I bought X and Y. And I got back into that, and also I got to play Heart Gold Soul Silver for the first time, and also then I got to Diamond and Pearl and Black and White, and they were awesome. Black and White not that much, but Gen 4 was a really awesome game, and it felt so clean on some level. So that's why it's so high up on the list. It's the only one in S tier right now, but it's gonna be joined by something really soon. Then we have Emerald. And Emerald is a good game. I'm gonna put Emerald in B. And I'm actually gonna put Ruby and Sapphire in C. And why is Emerald is more fleshed out than Ruby and Sapphire? Because when I first played, first of all, when I was a kid and I saw the Ruby cover and I saw the legendary, when I saw Groudon, I was amazed. I thought I was gonna love this legendary so much. It was so cool, looked like a spiky dinosaur. But then I played it, and I think I never finished it when I was a kid. I finished it now. I think it's awesome, but because of the release of the remakes, they fall down quite a lot because there's so much more to do in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But for the time, they were really awesome. And Emerald is still in the same category as my absolute favorite generation because of nostalgia, but so it's still pretty high up. It's still pretty good. Then we have Fire Red and Leaf Green. And you know what's gonna happen? These games are my absolute favorites. I'm not even kidding. I love these games. And now I realize there's no Sword and Shield in this one. But that's okay. I'll just tell you what I think of Sword and Shield. So, I'm sorry, but I couldn't put them in here, apparently. This is a pre-template of a tier list, so I'm just doing what I can with these things. So, Fire Red and Leaf Green, when I got back and started playing, I hadn't played either Leaf Green or Fire Red, and when I got back and I finally got to try them, I loved them because as I said, Red and Blue, first game, so I got Fire Red, and I have played that game so many times now. On my own, without ever doing a series on YouTube, nothing like that, no stream, no nothing. Just played it through a bunch of times, over and over, because I love the game. So, it's the game I've played the most of all of these on my spare time, because I love it. It's so good for the nostalgia. Okay, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, of course, up here. Love those games as well. I really love what they do with remakes. The Gen 4 graphics are really clean. I love the music, love everything about them. So, also, really good remakes. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I'm gonna say like this. I'm sorry, I bet there are a lot of people. I got Let's Go Pikachu. And of course, it's Kanto, I should like it, absolutely. But it's... to me, it was too much. I know Pokemon is not a game that you probably play. A lot of people play when they're adults, but this one was too much hand. Someone holding your hand for the entire game, and the thing with the experience and everything, and how you get shinies and a bunch of those things. I was never sold on it. I like the thing when you can see the Pokemon in the overworld and everything that they implemented in Sword and Shield. That's really awesome. But I didn't really... and that you could ride the Pokemon and everything. That was awesome. Super awesome. Okay, I'll do this. I have a bunch of things I like in it, so it's C. It's a C. But still, It wasn't that good in combat. It was so easy, super easy actually. And your Pikachu or your Eevee was so overpowered you can probably just steamroll the game with them, just using them. Because they get such a variety of moves with their signature moves, or what you get from the learner, the teacher in the Pokemon centers that you encounter, and I don't know. It was a too easy Pokemon game. Although Pokemon games are not supposed to be hard, I know that, but this was... I can't really explain it. It was too easy. Okay, next up we have Sun and Moon. The original Sun and Moon was like this. And the reason I actually liked them, I liked the games. But these games, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, was much better. So that's basically what it was. This was good games, but I really liked these a lot more because there were much more to do. The story was more fleshed out, and the only thing that bugs me with these games is in the beginning there's so many cutscenes and it takes so long to get through because you can't skip the cutscenes. You have to watch the cutscenes. And that was so tedious whenever I tried to replay the game, or maybe if I had a lot of things in Ultra Moon, but I wanted to play Ultra Sun and get the Pokemon from Ultra Sun, and so I could fill my Pokedex or like that. It took such a long time to get through the game again, but I've also played them just for fun, like this, but on like an emulator to be able to speed up the actual dialogue and everything, because it's so tedious to sit through an entire dialogue of everything. But otherwise, really good games, like the story, like everything, except the rival. The rival is super boring. But otherwise, that's right. And X and Y. Easy. I don't like them. I never liked them. I love Megas. I love the thing with Megas. I love that you get a Kanto starter in them, and you also get a Kanto starter with the Mega Stone and everything. But it's too easy. It's too linear. The story is, how do I say this nicely? It's boring. I think it's the most boring story out of all the Pokemon games. Alright, I'll just say Ruby and Sapphire. I don't like the evil teams in Ruby and Sapphire. Both of them have bad ideologies, or I hope you call it that. I'm not that great at English, but one wants to fill the world with sea. Everything will be water. The other one wants everything will be land. We don't have any water. And they're scientists. Do you know what would happen if we have no water? Or do you know what would happen if we have no land? What are we gonna do? Live on boats? Can't farm crops or anything? Well, so of course it's kind of stupid. So what I mean is, but the thing with X and Y, it's the... First of all, Team Flare, really boring. I don't really see his motivations to actually try to destroy the world and start a massive super weapon again. The game is too linear, you go straight on a line, do everything. In the other games you at least have to go back, go forth, go back, do stuff around. In this one, you just go straight. One part is where you go up to get the flute to wake Snorlax. That's the only thing. Only side quest you get. But you have to do the side quest to get past the Snorlax. I know it probably gets a lot of hate, but the Pokemon were good. I like the Pokemon. Pokemon were super good. Most of them. I loved both the legendaries. Yveltal and Xerneas. I don't know how you pronounce them. But I liked them. I liked them both. But that's about it. That's what I have to say about the game. So, there was so much of the games that I found boring, and I have played it. Like, I'm gonna play it after I'm done with my White 2 series on YouTube. I will play X and Y and see if I enjoy it more as a randomizer. I've done it as a randomizer on my DS before, and that was very tedious. I'm gonna be trying to use Citra to actually do another do a series on YouTube with. Then I can actually just pass through stuff that I find quite boring. But with that said, this is my list, and I don't think I want to make any changes, because this is basically what I think of them. Yeah, I actually think this is kind of good. This is what I feel about the games. I know people will probably say, oh, Pokemon Blue and Red and Yellow are too high up. Well, they are. But I love them. I can't just not put them up because they're old games. Because I grew up on playing them. I played blue so many times when I was a kid, so, and yellow as well. I didn't have red, but I had blue, and those games are pretty much the same. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. If you didn't, well, that's your opinion. This is my opinion. Sorry! Well, anyway, guys, if you like this, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!